Hey everyone, how are you all doing? It's me, I'm back again, and I'm so sorry that my voice sounds a little bit weird, and please do excuse me if you hear me coughing and sniffing. I am trying to recover from a cold that has been very persistent. But yeah, I'm trusting God for healing and restoration and full recovery of my health. Yeah, I also want to say welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the ministry, guys. I'm so happy to have you here. And yeah, I pray that this ministry and the messages that the Lord brings forth will be a blessing to you guys, okay? So excuse me. Today I have a prophetic message regarding God-ordained marriages, kingdom spouses, and things of that nature. So before I get into it, I always encourage you guys to please go back to the Lord in prayer. Actually, you can pray even before you hear the message, and ask the Lord whether it is for you. And most of the times, these prophetic messages will be a confirmation or a reiteration of what the Lord has already been speaking to you in the secret place. And yeah, of course, test the spirit behind this message, test the spirit behind me, and yeah, don't go running with every single message that you hear, because we prophesy in part as prophetic voices, and every one of us is in different seasons of our lives, and no kingdom marriage journey looks the same as the next one. So yeah, just take everything back to the Lord in prayer. Okay. And I also wanted to say that I've fixed my email issues and yeah, my emails are back up and running again. I'm trying to respond to all of them as soon as I can. But yeah, feel free to email me, you guys, whether you want to vent or just, talk about anything, or if you have any questions, yeah, feel free to get in touch. Okay, so today's prophetic message was brought about through a scripture, okay, and this is pertaining to, you know, kingdom marriages where it's a prodigal situation, and yeah, you guys are in separation for whatever reason, and yeah, the Lord would like to minister to you through this message and give you a bit of clarity, insight, and instruction. Okay, so the scripture that the Lord led me to is Matthew chapter 8, verse, I believe it's 1 to 13. Okay, and I'm just going to read it. It says, oh no, sorry, it's Matthew chapter 8, verse 5 to 13. Yeah. The faith of the centurion. Okay, and it says, verse 5, when Jesus had entered Capernaum, a centurion came to him asking for help. Lord, he said, my servant lies at home, paralyzed, suffering terribly. Jesus said to him, shall I come and heal him? The centurion replied, Lord, I do not deserve to have you come under my roof, but just say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority, with soldiers under me. I tell this one, go, and he goes, and that one, come, and he comes. I say to my servant, do this, and he does it. When Jesus heard this, he was amazed and said to those following him, truly, I tell you, I have not found anyone in Israel with such great faith. I say to you that many will come from the east and the west, and will take their places at the feast with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. but the subjects of the kingdom will be thrown outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then Jesus said to the centurion, "Go, let it be done just as you believed it would." And his servant was healed at that moment. Okay, so with the scripture, I think it's just really beautiful how the centurion, he probably wasn't a Jew. I know in those days the centurions were always, part of the Roman society, and they were Roman by blood. But the centurion had heard about Jesus. Jesus was pretty famous and gaining popularity in Israel. So the centurion must have heard about Jesus and all of the miracles that he had done, and just the power that he possesses. So he decides to literally take a leap of faith, okay? And he asks the Lord to heal his servant, okay? His servant, it says, was suffering terribly and was paralyzed at home, okay? And here, God revealed to me that your kingdom spouse is the centurion in this case. Okay, your kingdom spouse is somebody that you're in separation with at the moment, and they are someone that has some sort of authority. So they could be the head of their family, the head of their household, perhaps at their job. They have a high position, and they have a lot of responsibilities. The centurion in the scripture says that he's a man under authority, and in this case, your kingdom spouse is now under the authority of the Lord, okay? They have gone through their refining, pruning process, their wilderness season, and now they've submitted to the Lord. So they're under God's authority. And then the centurion also says that he has people working under him, and he has servants that he orders around, and those servants are obedient to him, and they do whatever he needs them to do. Okay, so your kingdom spouse could be somebody that also has a high position at their work or in their community, um, or in their families, okay? And they have a lot of responsibilities that they need to take care of, but they've been humbled, okay? The Lord has humbled them. For some of the kingdom spouses, they have gone through their judgment season, and the Lord has really stripped them of a few things, and now they've been humbled. They are subservient to the Lord, and they've submitted to the authority of God, okay? And the centurion says, "My servant lies at home, paralyzed, suffering terribly." So the servant here, the centurion's servant, represents your relationship with your kingdom husband or your kingdom wife, okay? And this is most likely a prodigal situation. I'm so sorry for the interruption, guys. I had to go and fetch a delivery. But yeah, let me continue. So the the servant who is paralyzed and suffering terribly at home represents your relationship between you and your kingdom spouse. And your kingdom spouse has been praying that the Lord will restore this relationship, that the Lord will heal, the broken pieces, or mend the broken pieces between you guys, and that he will heal the both of you, okay? And bring this relationship back to full health, okay? And maybe it seems a little bit weird, like, why would the Lord liken a relationship to a paralyzed, suffering servant. And that's because the kingdom marriage, this God-ordained union that the Lord is putting together, it serves a purpose, okay? A servant is somebody that serves you, that partners with you, and helps you. They're an aid, they're an assistant, okay? So this relationship, it has a greater purpose. It's not just about, the love, the romance, the vacations and the gifts and flowers and all of that. Yes, you will be experiencing all of that, and maybe you have already experienced that in your relationship with this God ordained wife or husband, but it serves a greater purpose, and the Lord will bring glory through this kingdom marriage. Okay, so the part where the centurion tells the Lord, um, Lord, I'm not worthy for you to come into my house. Okay, the Lord reminded me of the song by Justin Bieber, and it's actually been playing in my spirit for quite some time, and it's called Deserve You. Okay, and I'm just gonna read the lyrics. It's actually a very beautiful song, but yeah, the part where the centurion says, Lord, I'm not worthy for you to come into my house. Just say the word, and my servant will be healed. Guys, I'm so sorry. There's somebody playing really loud music. Yeah, with that part, a lot of these prodigal spouses, they are feeling very embarrassed, okay? The Lord has been dealing with them. The Lord has been causing them to isolate and self introspect about their actions, and the pain that they've caused you, the places where they didn't behave accordingly, and the times when they were disobedient to the voice of the Lord and his instruction. And they're feeling very ashamed and embarrassed, okay? They don't feel like they are worthy of this relationship, and they've come to this realization that they really aren't worthy. None of us are actually worthy of any good thing that the Lord gives us, but it's because of his grace, okay, and his favor and our faith that we are able to receive these good things from the Lord, okay? So in the same way, although your kingdom spouse is feeling embarrassed and ashamed, they understand that it's only by the power of God and only by the grace of God that they've been given this wonderful kingdom marriage. And okay, you are the gift from the Lord, okay? You are that prize for them, all right? So let me just read the lyrics to Deserve You by Justin Bieber. Okay, and this is how your prodigal spouse is feeling. Okay, for who this word is for. It's not for everyone, and it doesn't apply to all prodigals or all kingdom marriages, but you'll know if this word is for you, okay? So Justin Bieber says, when I'm in my thoughts sometimes, it's hard to believe I'm the person you think I am, the person that you tell me you love. I'm on my 10,000th live, 9,909, and it slipped my hands. But this the one I'm not giving up. Okay, so your kingdom spouse has been thinking a lot about you. They've been thinking about this relationship, and once again, all the times that they've gone wrong and made mistakes, okay? And they see that, or God has revealed to them that you still love them, you still deeply care about them, and you are still standing 10 toes down for this union, okay? And for them, it's really hard to believe that even after everything that they've done, that you still truly love them and that you still deeply care for them, okay? And he says, I'm on my 10,000th life, 9,909, and it slipped my hands, but this is the one I'm not giving up. So it could be, for some of you that you've had a lot of false starts within this kingdom relationship. And each time you guys like fell off or went into separation, it's sort of like someone was counting the strikes against your kingdom spouse, and each time that you guys separated, it's like they lost their life, okay? The Lord has revealed to you that whenever you are not around your kingdom spouse, whenever you are not in their life, they fall to pieces, okay? And even though on the outside, looking in, it seems like their lives are going a-okay and they're just living their best lives, but the Lord has revealed to you that deep down they are suffering and they're in pain, and life is just very chaotic without you and without the covering that the Lord has given you, okay? So for a lot of you guys, you actually have been the one that the Lord has said or assigned to them to cover them in prayer, to intercede for them, okay? So when that covering is removed, everything just falls to pieces, okay? So they're saying this time, I've messed up 909,090 times or whatever, but this time, this 10,000th time, I'm not going to give it up. I'm going to get it right, and I'm going to make the best of it, okay? So they've made that commitment to the Lord to try and not make any more mistakes, and to try this again, okay? But once again, everything in due time. Don't arouse love before it's time. Allow the Lord to work with his own timing, because yeah, it's just better to leave it up to God's timing. Okay, so Justin Bieber says, night after night, you fall asleep on me. I'm praying that I don't go back to who I was. Okay, so a lot of the kingdom spouses, they recognize now that they weren't the best person to you. They weren't the best servant to the Lord. They were disobedient. They ran away from the calling on their life. But now they are praying. They're sincerely partnering up with God and asking the Lord to help them not to go back to that toxic person that they were, okay? And I just want to put it out there that this is not inclusive of abusive relationships. I think I've said this before in my other messages, that the Lord does not condone abuse. If He chooses to, He can actually rehabilitate someone and reconcile the union. But, if you're in an abusive situation, this does not apply to you. So, yeah, okay. All right, the chorus then says, I feel like I don't deserve you tonight. It's in the way that you hold me. I don't deserve you tonight. It's in the things that you show me. I need you, don't let me go. Need you, don't let me go. I feel like I don't deserve you tonight. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory, Your kingdom spouse feels like, number one, they don't deserve the grace and forgiveness of the Lord, and they feel like they don't deserve you, like they don't deserve your love, they don't deserve your patience, they don't deserve your consideration, and yeah, they just don't feel worthy of you, okay? And where it says it's in the things that you show me, it's in the things that you told me, um, a lot of them have been watching you, and you've been speaking to them even though you're in separation, but perhaps they still have access to you in, watching your social media and your WhatsApp statuses, or seeing your tweets, and whatever post you're making, your YouTube videos, you teach them a lot. You tell them a lot. A lot of the things that the Lord has revealed to them has actually come by way of you, okay? So even with your social media presence, and you not directly being in contact with them, but you still show them a lot of things, you still teach them a lot of things, okay? And that in itself is a grace that they feel like they are not worthy of, okay? So the second verse says, I can tend to hold things back. I need you more than I let you believe I do, because you could think it might be too much. Oh yeah, I don't want to be my past. Oh, when we kiss, I'm alive and I feel brand new. There's nothing that I want more than us. Okay, so your kingdom spouse has probably not been very vocal about how they feel and about the things that they go through. They tend to shy away from actually having, uncomfortable situations. And it could be that they just have an avoidant personality. If you look up the the different personality types, you'll see that avoidant and anxious personality types tend to shy away from talking about how they feel and getting to the root of the issue and having those deep conversations. So your kingdom spouse probably has been holding things back quite a lot, okay? But they want you to know, or should I say, the Lord wants you to know that they actually need you much more than they let on. And yeah, and that's because you might be overwhelmed. If they truly told you how they felt, um, and what they were going through, you might become overwhelmed because it also overwhelms them. That's the reason why, excuse me, why they don't, uh, why they're not vocal about these things, okay? But when you guys are together, they reminisce about the times when you guys were together. Those intimate moments that you guys shared, it made them feel alive. And yeah, now they're just declaring that they really want you. They want this relationship more than anything, okay? And the song continues on with, night after night you fall asleep on me. I'm praying that I don't go back to who I was, okay? So they really want to make that commitment to the Lord, to reform them or transform them, and not to be led down back down that toxic, negative, avoidant personality, okay? And a lot of them did have some narcissistic traits, and they do not want to go back to that person that they were, because it's counterproductive. It doesn't really help the situation, and they feel like you deserve better, okay? And now they want to make the change, okay? And then it goes back to the chorus again. And in the bridge says, somewhere in the sky, the way your body fits on mine, when you're given to me, I'm so high, but I'm falling. And now my eyes are locked on you as you dance around the room. And finally, I'm right where I belong. So your kingdom spouse definitely knows where they belong now, okay? The Lord has opened their eyes. The Lord has given them deeper revelations, and you've even given them, the revelation, although you didn't know that you were doing this, okay? But they know where home is. They know that home is where the heart belongs, and they want to be with you. Wherever you are is where their home is, okay? And they know that they belong with you now, okay? And then it just goes on to the chorus again. I feel like I don't deserve you tonight. It's in the way that you hold me. I don't deserve you tonight. It's in the things that you show me. I need you, don't let me go. Need you, don't let me go. I feel like I don't deserve you tonight. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the song, guys. they definitely are reminiscing a lot. They've been thinking a lot, and they now acknowledge that they need you, and they're gonna express this to you very soon. Okay, so continue to be patient, and yeah, continue to pray for them, that the Lord will give them courage and boldness, that whatever that they have to say or what they want to express will be like an erupting volcano that they just have to spill out. Okay, and yeah, pray for their peace as well, because this can be very intimidating and scary, to shift from that embarrassed, ashamed, remorseful, regretful state into the, okay, now I'm confident enough to speak to her again and to make my move and tell her my intentions. It can be very scary. Okay, so pray that the Lord gives them strength and peace and clarity, as well as, yeah, the humility to actually follow through on the Lord's instruction. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the word for today, you guys. I'm sorry once again for all of the interruptions, and I hope that nothing distracted you too much. Um, yeah, like I said, my neighbors are very loud today for some reason, and I don't know why. But yeah, and I also hope that uh, my fluey voice wasn't too off-putting. But yeah, guys, that's the word for today. Your kingdom spouse or prodigal spouse, or former prodigal spouse rather, feels like they don't deserve you. So yeah, when they do come to you, remember to have grace, to welcome them with open arms. Follow the Lord's instruction. The Lord is instructing them what to do, but the Lord is also going to be instructing you. So make sure to just follow through with what the Lord is telling you to do, in every single way. Like, don't cut corners. Don't cheat your way out of your blessing, okay? Because obedience is better than sacrifice, all right? So, yeah, guys, I hope that this blessed you. I will link all the scripture and the song in the description box below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next prophetic message. And I hope that you guys have a really wonderful weekend. Stay blessed, and I love you guys. Ciao.